huh?
I do. I need to drink more water. I feel like I'm still dehydrated. I'm trying to down the water now, but yeah, make sure you do stay hydrated. And some of the things you want to watch out for: heat exhaustion and also heat stroke, which is very, very dangerous. And so we're going to talk a little bit about that, some of the signs and symptoms you can look for, because this is the time of the year when you see it, especially with the elderly. You definitely want to check in on them and make sure they're okay too. So heat exhaustion, if you or someone you know is feeling tired or flushed, that's one of the symptoms. Muscle cramps and sweating excessively. Basically, when you start to see some of those symptoms adding up, you need to hydrate and you need to cool off immediately and just try to get indoors. As far as heat stroke goes, again, this is really dangerous. If you notice someone or yourself starting to get disoriented, I don't know, maybe you can't figure out if you're getting disoriented, but if you notice someone who's disoriented, has very hot, dry skin, just stops sweating altogether, that's a very, very bad sign, or passes out, they could be having a heat stroke. You need to call 911 immediately. So make sure you drink water so you can avoid these symptoms, and also make sure you try to avoid caffeine and alcohol too. This time of the year, it's very dangerous to have all that together. Now let's talk about how hot it's going to get today, because it is going to be another scorcher out there. Upper 90s in Albuquerque, and up in Santa Fe, we're talking highs in the low to mid 90s. So this is hot for Santa Fe. 90 in Taos, out east, 105 in Tucumcari, and in the southeast, more triple-digit heat. You can expect this all week long. In Albuquerque, for a lot of the week, we'll be looking at highs topping out in the upper 90s, getting close to 100 degrees. 95 in Farmington, 88 in Durango. Again, a little bit better for you up in the Four Corners. But fire danger going up today. We won't have the dry storms around, which is definitely bad news this time of the year, but we're going to have the wind on its own up in the northern part of the state, mainly out of the west, a little southwesterly too. That's where the winds will be coming from. And we're going to see those sustained at times, perhaps up near 20 and 30 miles an hour for the Sangre de Cristo Mountains, mainly 15 to 25 mile an hour winds though. And then the gusts could be anywhere from 35 to 40 miles an hour, and really dry conditions too. It's a lot drier than yesterday, so fire danger going up quite a bit. Record highs are possible again today across southwest New Mexico. The heat sticking around for us. No storms to talk about today. Tomorrow, still very little moisture to work with, so we probably won't see any storms tomorrow either. And we're going to continue with the extreme heat, and the winds will pick up again tomorrow afternoon. Won't be as strong as what we'll see today, but still pretty breezy at times, and that's going to mean fire danger sticking around too. As we go towards the end of the week, we will start to get a little more moisture moving in across eastern New Mexico, and that'll mean better chances for a few spotty storms there and for also the northern mountains. But for the most part, no big time moisture moving in, and so we're going to stay overall mainly dry, mainly hot, and temperatures are going to stay above average even when we cool off for the weekend. Southern Colorado here, upper 80s as we head through the rest of this week. Lots of sunshine, and then for the weekend, storm chances moving on in for the northwest. Sunshine here, southwest winds at 10 to 20, just a bit breezy. Temperature wise, mid 90s, and that's where we'll be for all the work week, staying dry and hot into the weekend. Southwest New Mexico, very, very hot here. Highs in the triple digits for many of you. Mid 90s for Silver City this week, while everybody else sees upper 90s and triple digit heat for most of the work week. Down the southeast, again, we're going to talk more about the heat. 102 in Roswell, and in the triple digits for the rest of this week. Going into next week, we're looking at 100-degree weather too, so it is just staying very hot and mainly dry too. Northeast New Mexico, breezy at times, winds gusting to 35 and 40 miles an hour, and temperatures continue to stay very high. For the weekend, it gets better in the northeast, and storm chances move in there too. Northern mountains will get storm chances this weekend, but for most of this week, we're talking very hot, dry weather with highs in the 80s and 90s, and today a high fire danger day, so just remember that. East Mountains, highs in the mid to upper 90s, partly cloudy skies, again very hot for us. And for the metro, lots of sunshine here with very warm conditions. It's going to be hot, actually. Upper 90s to triple-digit heat for us. Los Lunas and Belen, 100 and 101 degrees there. And for the next few days, we're still talking highs into the upper 90s, above average. And this weekend, a little better, not much so. Maybe we can get a storm or two on Saturday.
And it heats up really early in the morning. Even by 9 o'clock, you're into the 80s, and it takes forever to cool down at night, too.
It does. It takes a little while. It's still even very warm in the evening just because the temperatures go up so high. So pretty brutal out there.
Watch the kids, the elderly, and the pets too. Don't forget to give them water, especially if you're taking the dogs out for a walk. I mean,
it's a good idea. And watch them walking on the blacktop. It gets extremely hot. Keep on the sidewalk or on the grass. It hurts their little paw pads there.
It's true.
All right. Thank you, Kristen. We'll see you in a